So here's what to know before you start the creativity program beta for TikTok. This is some sauce, this is some knowledge, soak it up, right? Take some notes. These are things that you should keep in the back of your mind before you're starting, and even a little bit once you've started. Choose a niche before making content. We talked about this before, but it's nice just to see it. You need a niche. If you don't have, it's the number one thing you need to think about before you even create an account, before you do anything. You need the niche. What type of videos are you going to create? Animal videos, cop videos, streamer clip videos. We didn't even show an example of that, but you go into streamers, getting the best highlights. Is it about celebrities? Is it whatever it is? Have a niche. Warm up the account before posting. So now that you have a niche, maybe you've branded the account, which we're going to go into in another video, and you want to start posting, you need to understand that if you don't warm up the account, it's going to be a lot harder off the get-go to really get the ball rolling, right? It's almost like the snowball effect, and you saw it with some of those pages. All of those pages at one point started from zero. If you buy followers, you're not going to be accepted to the creativity program. You cannot do any fake engagement. They all started from zero. Some of them have been doing it since the creativity program was released, months ago, last year. Here's the thing. To warm up the account, what you have to do, take note of this. Let's say you're starting from zero, right? Which is totally fine. You're not going to be paid until you get to 10,000 followers, but you can do that within a week if you're really solid with it. One viral video takes off, you're good. In order to warm up the account, you need to first start drafting a couple videos. So maybe make some content, draft it, have at least, I would say 3 to 4 at least drafted and ready to go. On top of that, and what that's going to tell TikTok is like, yo, this person's about to start posting, right? It's almost like it turns the on switch on your account. But the only way that this works is if you're also following people at the start that are in the same niche as you and engaging with their content. So let's say you're getting into the animal niche. Go to the page I just showed you with the animals, follow them, watch their content, like it, comment, share it, right? Engage with that type of content, and you're pretty much just feeding TikTok information. Because if it's a brand new account, they have no idea where to send your videos to. But if you're engaging with only animal videos, then it has a better idea once you start posting. It'll help you out. This is proven to work. So once again, make sure that you have some videos drafted in your niche. You also have engaged with other videos in your niche. You followed them, and you know that you've done this the right way. When you go to your For You page and all you're seeing is videos in your niche, that's when you know that you're ready to start. Maybe a couple videos here and there aren't, but a majority of the videos are going to be the videos in the same niche, whether it's cop videos, animals, whatever it is. You're going to see it very often. That's how you warm up the account before you start posting. And it's really as simple as that. So other than that, let's go on to the next one. And once you warm up the account, usually you want to do that for like 1 to 2 days, right? Maybe even a day at minimum, But incrementally increase posting when you first start. So if on the first day, you can do this, yes, but what I've seen personally works best, this might just be a placebo, and it's also going to help you mentally. That's the biggest thing for this. You're posting 1 a day at the start, and you do that for 2 to 3 days. And then after 2 to 3 days, you start posting 2 a day, and then 3. And then I would say at max, 4 to 5 videos, right? But if you just right off the bat start posting 5 videos a day, it's a little bit too much for the algorithm to handle. Yes, you can do it. It's fine. You're not going to get shadow banned. You'll be okay. But for your own mental sanity, that's the biggest part. Start slow, because it's almost like if you want to start working out at the gym and you just immediately go from a little bit overweight, just watching Netflix all day and eating cheeseburgers, to hitting the gym every single day. Yeah, you can do that. It's going to be very difficult to keep you motivated. And people do it all the time, yes. But if you incrementally start maybe once a week, and then 2 times a week, 3 times, 4 times, then you work your way up to 7, it's going to help a lot of people that have trouble starting things. So I highly recommend doing that. You can just start posting 4 a day. You'll be fine, but it will help you. Do not delete videos. This is a huge one. Never delete a video, no matter what. Even if you get a community guidelines violation, never delete a video. It's not worth it. TikTok hates it. TikTok will punish you for it. They'll either shadow ban your account, they'll stop pushing your videos out, right? They'll suppress your channel. It's horrible. Never delete videos. Never. Only private them, or friends only if you have to. Only private the videos, don't delete. Do not post movie clips, and make sure that the content is under fair use. You might see movie clips on your For You, and you're like, Matt, bro, people are making bank. I see all these movie clips getting 10 million views. There's a reason why I did not show you that as a niche in the previous video. And the reason why is because like when you go to like the movie theater, you're hyped, right? The new Avengers just came out. We're talking Spider-Man just came out. Whatever movie that you're into, I love the superhero. I love Marvel. But at the beginning, before the movie starts, there's like a huge thing that comes up on the screen, like copyright. If you record this, $250,000 fine. It's because they had to spend millions of dollars on most of those productions. They take so much time, effort, money, energy, just overall putting so much into that production just for someone to rip it off and make money from it. Not only is it unethical, it's not ethically right. We don't do that here at TikTok Mastery, right? We want to follow the rules. But secondly, you're probably going to get in trouble, right? And in worst case, you're going to get sued and maybe even end up in jail. That's very rare you're going to end up in jail. You're probably just going to get sued and owe a lot of money. But that's the reason why you don't see movie clips on YouTube. You can't just go on YouTube and watch the Avengers, right? Maybe some highlights if the YouTube account posting it has a license, and all those videos that are being posted immediately, it's called a copyright bot. A lot of these media companies, the production companies that make these movies, they have a copyright bot with some of the larger, websites online, where if someone's posting it, they're going to essentially copyright claim that video, and they make all the revenue, all the money off of it. That's being demonetized on YouTube. That's like the little yellow thing that you see with all the YouTubers. So the thing about TikTok is they don't, to the best of my knowledge, from what I've seen, I've looked it up, they don't have that. It's a very gray area on TikTok. So people are getting away with it right now, right? But you have to remember that TikTok is evolving. They're eventually going to add it in. And all those pages that have movie videos, all the videos are going to get copyright claimed or even taken down at the worst. They're probably going to be shadow banned. And worst case, if the media company finds you, you're probably going to get sued. So don't be posting movie clips. I've seen this. I see other courses talking about it. No, it's illegal. Don't do it. Now, make sure if you are going to post content, maybe you're like, yo, wait a second, am I going to get in trouble for this? Like, for example, those animal videos. Some of those were from documentaries, right? That's kind of on the, it's on the edge. And we're going to get into some articles and read up about it. But you have to make sure it's under fair use. Fair use will protect you in some situations, but if you're just blatantly ripping off like a huge media production that people spent millions of dollars on, they're probably going to come after you. If it's a random streamer, when you go to Joe Rogan podcast and you get some clips, most of the time, those never really get in trouble. Joe's not going to care. They're under fair use. They're putting text on the screen, which technically is, altering the video in some way. That's under fair use. And Joe just doesn't care because it's spreading his brand, right? It's making him famous. That's how Andrew Tate blew up so much. Whether you like him or you hate him, he wanted that to happen. Influencers want that to happen. So you're not going to get in trouble if, the clips that you're using, people want to go viral. On top of that, anything that's released, some things by the government that are released, like cop body cam, right? I'm stuttering so much. Cop body cam videos, cop dash cam videos. Those are all public domain, right? So you can use those. That's fine. That's an example, right? You want to look into whatever niche that you're doing, do a lot of research on it first. And if you are doing something where it's kind of in the gray area, make sure that you're following the rules, which we're going to get into, and you're changing some things up, right? You're under fair use. Never movies though. Even if you add like text to movies, it's no, they spent millions on that movie. Don't do it. You're probably going to end up in some trouble. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in a month, but further down the line, you'll see it. Posting times, they don't really matter, especially with Creativity Program, but if you're just starting out, you should be posting around the peak times. You can do this. Like I said, guys, I've been doing this for years, and what I would do is when I was first starting my account in COVID, I had 0 followers. It was really sad thinking back. I would post every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. That's what I found, at least works best in the United States. In other countries, if you can somehow figure out the time frame, whatever the conversion is. But 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern, that's what I usually post. I've always kept that. I just like it around there. It's peak times for my pages. A lot of people are either on their lunch break, they're about to get home from school. So after a couple hours of being up, the views will continue climbing. It doesn't really matter though. You can post it at 1 a.m. in the morning, and if it's a good video, it'll still go viral. Don't make it as an excuse why you're not going viral. No, but at the start, it'll give you a little boost, right? Imagine posting when double the people are on TikTok. It's going to help, but everyone's addicted to TikTok, so it doesn't really matter. Include hashtags and follow plus engage with accounts in the same niche. Okay, so what I mean by that is, once again, like we were talking about, when you're warming up the account before posting, The same thing when you actually do start posting. You want to make sure that you have hashtags in the video, and people say, yo, don't use hashtags. You don't know what you're talking about, okay? They don't know what they're talking about. They are correct in a way where once you get into the algorithm and TikTok knows where to promote your videos, you don't need to use hashtags anymore. But at the start, it is crucial. You need to use hashtags at the start. Anyone that tells you otherwise doesn't know what they're talking about. You need to do hashtags because it's going to help the algorithm know exactly what audience of people to show it to. There's a reason why hashtags are a thing. They created it for a reason. Make sure to use them. Also, make sure that you're following and engaging with accounts in that same niche, which we already kind of talked about before with warming up before posting. So, last thing, you will only be paid if the video is over 1 minute long. So if the video is, let's say, 59 seconds, it gets 10 million views, you're not paid a dime. Make sure it's a minute long, and just to be safe, a minute and 1 second. Because if it's like 59.9 and it rounded down for some reason, there was a glitch in the system, you're going to be heated if it gets 200 million views like that other dude, right? Make sure it's like a minute and 1 second, minute and 2 to be safe, and then you'll be solid. So you won't be paid if it's not. But yeah, guys, those are just a checklist of all the things you need to know before starting. If you have more questions, make sure to go to the Discord and ask us. But we do have some more stuff about fair use. This is from YouTube Help. So this is mainly from YouTube. TikTok is not in it yet. Like, they're not. YouTube's ahead of the game. It's been out for like, what is this now? When did it come back? Over a decade, very long time. But my point is, YouTube has now copyright bots, like we were talking about, to check the videos. TikTok doesn't have that yet, so you need to make sure that you're following fair use. So in the United States, a judge will review a specific case based on a set of principles to decide if fair use applies. So this is if, like, for example, you post movie clips every single video, and then eventually, Marvel comes to you and they're like, yo, dude, you're profiting off of our videos. We're going to court. You made all this money. We want that money. That's our money. They're going to sue you. So if you are under fair use, right, you can go to court with an actual, a good case against you and say like, hey, no, I transitioned the content. I did this. If you're going against a movie company, they're going to win like 90% of the time. It doesn't matter if you're trying to do fair use, because a lot of the time it's not going to apply to a major movie production. It just won't. So the easiest way to avoid this is by simply making sure that you're not doing like high production movie content. Make sure it's something like cop videos or these clips of random people just recording on their phone that are out at sea. Like this random dude, this is probably just like a worker on this ship that recorded it with his phone. Like, you post it on the internet, it's free to use, and this person is actually, under fair use too, because they're switching it up. They sped up the video. They might have even inverted it a little bit. You can do that too. But yeah, even this page is probably cutting it. There is some fair use that I looked up. If it's factual videos, like you're talking about like science and stuff like that, it's a little bit more okay. They probably added sound effects. They chopped it up. They might have even inverted the video a little bit. It's a gray area, but I mean, these guys are getting away with it. So they probably did their research on fair use, and they're good here. Don't take my word for it. Do your research on it. Do your own research. I always tell you that. But oh wait, no, I wanted to keep going in here. So this is also very important, the nature of the copyrighted work. So like I was saying, using material from factual works is more likely to be fair than using it from like fictional works. For example, a fictional work could be like Despicable Me, SpongeBob, stuff like that. Factual works would be more like something like this, outside in nature. Whoops, wrong screen. Now, the amount of sustainability of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. For example, if you're using a small little bit, you're borrowing small bits of material, it's more likely to be considered fair use than if you're borrowing a whole just fat clip from a movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's levels to this thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So last thing, there was a TikTok help, right? And they were talking about copyright with the TikTok creativity program. This went really in depth with it. These, once again, are just normal people. Some of them have degrees and, they're lawyers or whatever, but, they're all just talking. And they're pretty much saying that you're breaking the terms of service when you're essentially uploading movie clips and copyrighted material. But some people slip under the radar because there's an auto moderation radar on TikTok that will kind of detect if you're doing that type of stuff. And some people get away with a big chunk of money. You know, they'll make 100K from uploading movie clips, but it's unethical. And if the intellectual property owner finds you, whoever has the copyrighted material, they could send you a cease and desist, which is very likely, right? So a movie clip channel or, you know, something like that, they're going to get a letter in the mail, an email saying, yo, chill. And worst case, they're going to sue you for everything that you made. So they're probably just going to take all the money that you had. So that's worst case scenario. All the money that you made from it, they're going to take it. So better safe than sorry, right? But look into fair use, guys. Look into fair use. You can, you know, you're seeing these clips. These are great examples. These guys have been around for a while. You know, they're all killing it. They're doing great. You know, these are all free to use clips, non-copyrighted, or, you know, they're changing it in some way. Like a lot of these are, you're probably not going to get in trouble. Like it's very rare if you're just using small clips, even if it's copyrighted, not movies, but other things. Once again, do your own research. But with that being said, those are some things that you should know about the creativity program. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.